What's she up to now? Day 1962. Welcome to our journal, journaling daily, what works, what doesn't work as we build and grow online businesses. I began this little video log as I transition from the brick and mortar business and the corporate world of business into the online world, the internet, something I was totally new to me. And so every day I do a couple of pieces of content, video content, for personal reasons. But today our idiom for supersize your business was to cover all the bases. And it refers to, of course, baseball, American baseball, and the pitcher's responsibility to cover all the bases before he throws his pitch, so no runner on a base can steal a base, especially when bases are loaded and a home run could come in. So that's what this idiom originated, where it originated. But now it means to consider all the possibilities, all the contingencies, anything that could possibly happen or that somebody might want when it comes to building and growing and supersizing our business. So I shared a bunch of different ways, like 10 to 12 different ways that we can do that as we're building and growing and supersizing our business. Now, our topic for this year's annual challenge, the Get Your Goals annual challenge, we're doing one thing every day to get what we want. And this month we're focusing on finances and our financial goals. What is the A in the SOAP framework? The SOAP framework is a framework that I started using and teaching in 2020. As part of the pandemic, I did something called the Get Up and Go Challenge. And in the Get Up and Go Challenge, every month we would cover, it was a month-long 30-day challenge, we would cover, free challenge, we would cover something called the SOAP framework, the story, the options, the actions, and the progress. And that's just a little framework that I've been using that process for a long time, but I came up with the SOAP acronym because it's easy to remember. And pretty much everybody's got soap around their house. Whenever I see a bar of soap now, I think about the SOAP framework. Or whenever I see dispenser soap, I think about the SOAP framework. And it helps me, it's installed in my subconscious at this point. It helps me to know that every time I face a setback, a challenge, some adversity, some negativity, something that I don't want in my life, an obstacle, a roadblock, I automatically run through the SOAP framework. What's my story? What's my current situation? What am I telling myself about this? What's my desired situation? What do I want it to be? That creates a gap that the rest of the framework fills in. Well, what are my options? Given there's this gap, what are my options for filling that gap? And then usually I use some type of brainstorming to come up with different possibilities. Then I pick one of them as quickly as possible. I analyze the alternatives using a tool, any kind of tool, and I share a bunch of tools throughout the challenge that you can use to analyze alternatives. Then I pick one, and as soon as I pick an option, I take an action immediately on it. I do something every day, just like the challenge, to move me toward what it is that I want. And then the P is, of course, progress. Am I moving toward what I want or away from what I want? So we're talking about today, and I've got always, like everybody else, there's always some craziness and some adversity or chaos going on in my life, just like everybody else's. And it's how am I going to deal with that? But this tool has helped me and thousands of other people to tremendously deal with whatever comes our way in a way that's best for us at the time that it's happening, and that we can take action and do something about it. Because one of the worst things we can do is pretend something's not going on, or ignore it, or hope it goes away, or just do nothing. A lot of time, well, and doing nothing is an action, right? But we want to consciously choose to do nothing or ignore something. I consciously choose not to participate in a lot of things that happen around me that really are none of my business, that are impacting my life, but I can choose not to participate and not let them have a negative impact on my life. Pretty much anything negative that's going on, I am choosing not to participate in. Why? Because I don't want to create more of that in my life. And neither should any of us, in my humble opinion. So those are the pieces of content I created today. Working on a book project, which is always fun and exciting for me. If I can help you in any way, if you've got any questions or comments or anything that you want to say, please share in the comments below. If you need to ask a question and you don't have anybody to ask, I like to be that resource and offer myself up as that resource. I don't know a lot of stuff, but I do have a lot of connections and a lot of resources that I can lead you in the right direction or help you to take that next action. All right, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.